then we'll make the introductions. I don't think anybody's in the chat yet anyway, since we're super late, but
Carla's there.
all right, there we go. Oh, let me get the chat back. Okay. All right, well, obviously, first I guess I'll start with introductions. Hello, everyone. My name is Dylan. This is Jacob. We're here, obviously, at Flipside Music. We are Ike-less today, so we're kind of filling in. We figured we'd at least get something in the stream, and ended up being a little bit busier up front than we thought it was going to be, so that's why we're, 30-some minutes late. But we figured something was better than nothing, so we're here anyway. You said adjusting things?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I think today we'll probably keep it fairly short, half hour-ish. We're basically just going to take a look at the source audio artifact, but we can do a little bit of chatting before then. We ever figure out any topics? I don't remember. I know you mentioned it, but then I'm like, I don't really remember actually coming up with a good topic.
Nope, we didn't talk about anything.
Yeah. I don't know, anything bothering you in the greater world of musicdom? My mom says it's real quiet. Looks like on the. Okay, they're both saying it's real quiet. Vocals or both? Oh, actually, two. Yeah, I was gonna say I'll let you know when I see the bar get up high enough. Keep going. Yeah, keep going a bit, and I was just I can always spike it a little bit more over here if I have to. Let me make sure that the. No, that should be plenty on that end.
I've goosed it pretty good.
Yeah? Okay. Here, I'll go up just a little bit on the meter then. If it clips, it clips, but...
How's the voice audio now? How
Yeah.
are we doing now?
Should be a little bit better now. You guys
Better.
let us know. Better? Okay, cool.
Yay.
All right, well, yeah, I'll say that again. So, Dylan, Jacob, obviously I flubbed up that first intro, but we'll just roll with it. Like I said, we ended up being a little bit busier this afternoon than I thought we were going to be, so we're rolling in here pretty late. But we figured something was better than nothing. And Jacob's filling in for Ike. Like I said, we are Ike-less for actually the next, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
3 or 4 weeks.
3 or 4 weeks, yeah. So we're going to try to get the streams in the best we can. I think we'll probably try to get, as many of the dudes in the shop as we can to kind of fill in. So hopefully we can get an episode with James and Eric, and we'll see if we can get one maybe with Goots in there too. Have him play some slide stuff or something. Because actually we don't do enough of that, and it would be good to include him in this stuff too. So, hey everybody, we should go ahead and make the introductions again since it was too quiet. So, hey Sean, hi Mom, obviously. Who else is in there? We got Alex Radford. Oh, we got Eric in there.
Martian Murray.
Nice. Oh yeah, I'll just yell. Yeah, that is the solution. We're not from New York, neither of us, so I don't know if we'll be able to get to quite the volume that Ike does, but we can try. Ike's got that. Well, he's got like in terms of stats, like if you're looking at character stats, he gets at least +2s just from being Italian and from being from New York. So he gets like a +4 in volume pretty much all the time. I think I've actually probably, I don't know how loud, I'm probably at least 10 dB louder than I was speaking volume than before I met him. It's got to be close to that now.
You guys are pretty well matched.
Yeah, it took forever because people used to complain all the time that I was too quiet compared to him. And so I'm like, well, I guess I just got to harness my non-Italian Italianness.
And I would bet I'm probably quieter than both of you.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody is for the most part. I think Jake, we had a hard time because Jake's real quiet. And so I remember one time when we tried to have him fill in for this, like you couldn't really hear anything Jake was saying, but...
I do remember how to project from my theater days.
Yeah, just like big chest out. Yeah.
Speak to the back of the audience.
But yeah, pretty good week. I mean, it's been a little funky without Ike around, obviously, but it's been a lot of the same old. Nothing too weird. We did get, not that anybody cares in particular, we did end up getting some signs across the street for the parking, and I do actually find it hilarious, how not respected the signs already are.
They're already parking there.
Yeah, and one of them already was, bumped into, so somebody already hit one. Yeah.
No parking, but run into the sign. It's
Yeah.
fine.
But yeah, the absolute complete lack of respect for the signs right off the bat was actually kind of funny. But
So for those who don't know, we've got a river across the street from us, stream. But
it's full on river right now. It's in river mode right now. It'll be stream later in the year.
people park along the river and will live there for weeks on end, so they put up no parking signs, and people are still living there. I mean, the signs went up yesterday, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was just the instant, like not even a day, and they're already getting like trashed. The last group of the signs that we had actually ended up in the river, so we'll see what happens this time.
we'll keep y'all posted on
Yeah.
our sign
Our ever evolving, yeah.
debacle extravaganza.
But yeah, that was pretty much the only interesting thing, like right around the shop, other than it being like 100 degrees for the next week.
I welcome it. I'm a summer baby.
Well, obviously, yeah, you're still wearing a hoodie when it's 100 outside. Now, granted, it's pretty cool in here because we got some AC going, but yeah, no, I feel like I get no genetic benefits to accepting heat.
I like the heat. I like the summer. I like being warm. And then it snows. It'll eventually snow again, and we'll be back to being cold.
Yeah, see, I thrive in the cold, unfortunately.
No.
Or fortunately, I guess.
Well, I guess there's got to be both, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm like part bear, so it makes sense. But yeah, I guess we'll just roll right into it. Like I said, we'll probably keep this one pretty short and sweet. I think next week, hopefully, if we can get in on time, we'll try to explore things a bit more. Like I said, this week, we're just going to try to, and I guess you'll have to be my hands today. We're going to do the Artifakt from Source Audio, which is their newest release. It's kind of their take on basically all the lo-fi effects, or all the lo-fi effects that everybody wants, but they kind of consolidated it to one package. So I was actually surprised that this one came out, because they kind of took, hey, no, be nice, Goober. He doesn't have food. Stinker. But yeah, it was one of those things where I was surprised that they ended up going, I guess, that route with it, because like they completely redesigned like the front part of the actual, like in terms of their pedal format, they tend to just do 4 knobs, 1 switch, and the ability to kind of toggle through presets. This one obviously feels like they're kind of trying to expand on what you have access to on the pedal itself, rather than having to always use the app. So I think that's where this one will be a little more interesting if you're trying to get like, you know, all your chorus effects, a lot of filtering stuff. If you want like cassette or like lo-fi, you know, tape sounds, it's got that. I think it's got a built-in reverb. It's got a lot going on. I think, like I said, we put it towards the front of the chain, so it's going to be a little bit more in just like the straight modulation. I didn't know if we'd end up using it with distortion or not, so for right now, we'll just roll with it in the front.
Do you know if you can stack these? Or if it's one at a time?
Oh, like if you can stack sounds?
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know.
But can you do the glitch and the reverb?
Yeah, that part I don't know if they specify. We did have to, get out the cheat sheet, because it actually does have a lot on board right off the bat. And I was gonna say, Janice, you didn't really forget. We were like 30 minutes late, so you're okay. Yeah, like I said, honestly, I wasn't really expecting too many people to hop onto this one, because we were we were sliding in well past the start time, so I won't even call it sliding in at this point, hardly. But yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, we'll just kind of roll into that. I guess, what's the first setting, or what's the first bank setting on there?
The first bank setting?
You know, like because it's got like the main modes, so like because I know each mode has like, if I understand correctly, each mode has 4 presets within.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so like each one has kind of its own ability, or I think they're not necessarily stacked like you were saying, but I think each one has the ability to navigate to more than one type of its own sound, if that makes sense.
Totally.
I guess we'll see where it's at, and then we'll just kind of navigate it from there.
Yeah, we'll start with radio.
Radio? Cool. So there's our clean tone, obviously. Oh, interesting, kind of like a lo-fi drive.
construct knob, you get like some pretty gnarly fuzzes and overdrives.
Oh,
and-
like if you lower, almost kind
So,
of
like-
lowering the bit crushing rate, but you kind of get into that fuzz territory
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a full-on drive.
section. Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty. It's like drive with a little bit of chorus in there. Oh, and just to be clear, because you guys are all looking at the whole board, obviously. Right now, I think the Artifakt's the only thing we have on, right?
Correct.
So yeah, this light's just for the clipping for the Dynox pedal, but it's not actually on right now. Oh, and we should specify, Jacob played this one a little bit, but it's more or less kind of our first impression of it, because neither of us really got to explore with it yet.
And I only played it like 10 minutes ago, so.
It's interesting, that kind of like delayed kind of sweep to it. Yeah, it's like right after the attack, it kind of jolts and then recovers. Yeah. It's kind of interesting.
Well, that was weird.
What was weird?
So I'm hitting this preset. I think there's like,
Well, yeah, so yeah, I think there's 4 it's 12 presets total, so I think it's like 3 banks of 4. Is that right?
yeah.
And then like a manual mode.
How do you get to those other ones?
Get to which other ones? Sorry.
There's like, it's showing 4 different colors. To access, tap Alt, okay. Whoa. Now play it.
That one's a little more filtered. Like weird lo-fi filter though, which is obviously what kind of. I kind of like that one actually.
What I don't fully understand is how to get back to that. I know it's a preset, but
Oh, that's interesting. It's like doing a little bit of sample and hold. Or not. Wow, interesting.
Play a riff again.
Wow. I have no idea what that is, to be honest, to describe that.
No idea either.
Wow.
Well, this is the way to explore it, is through the presets.
Yeah. It's so weird.
It is weird. This is quite the versatile pedal.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's kind of encompassed. I wouldn't quite call it multi-effects, but it's kind of an amalgam of multiple effects.
Yeah, I mean, I would venture to call it a multi-effect.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like rather than like being able to engage like a single effect at a time, it is kind of more of how you string them together. But it's almost got a little trim in there. Yeah. Little filter.
It's a lot like the LVX and Mercury X in the sense that it's like a inspiration machine.
Yes.
So
yeah.
like you can just like pull up presets and be like,
Oh yeah, and it'll
Oh, go
instantly,
for it.
Yeah, it'll instantly make you pivot to a different.
like
That one's pretty
extreme
interesting,
bit crushing.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a climbing.
I don't understand
Huh.
what the colors of all the things mean yet.
On most source pedals, whenever it's going from like green to red, is usually your attack. So it's kind of showing you like when certain things are engaging or not, or like if you have a gate on, it'll let you know when it's gated versus not.
Nice. Because there's also this little LED up here that lights up sometimes.
Well, to be on it, well, yeah, I think that's usually the alt mode if I remember right.
Well, sometimes it just turns on.
Oh, just on its
You're
own.
just like, oh.
What's interesting with this setting, and Artifakt is a good name for it, because it's like all of a sudden it kind of generates something as your signal's about to die out, and then it kind of, yeah, then it collects something and does something, which is kind of interesting. So. That's pretty interesting, to be honest.
And with that filter sweep in there.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Huh. That's pretty good. That's so interesting. Huh. Reacts a little more off the... Yeah, that's when you gotta give it like a certain amount of juice before it really... Notice though, it's kind of cutting out whenever the light changes, so I think, yeah, there, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That is really cool though.
Explore the next one.
Yeah. Wow, that's kind of interesting. Did you change it?
No.
What happened?
I don't know.
Like changed on its own. Oh no. Unless it's a... Oh, yeah, it is also signal driven, so...
Oh, like how fast? you
Yeah,
hit it?
or how hard you hit it. That's cool.
So Janice, this is the only pedal that's on. It's making all those noises itself. She has questions.
I also have questions. Is this a new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not too much.
Yeah, there we go. That one feels more
Feels
just like a straight kind of filter with a little bit of distortion.
So I wonder if there's then 4 that are all kind of similar.
Well, yeah, I think the idea, where'd it go? So right here, I think is the, like you have your preset, then you have your preset with like this bonus thing, then you have your preset with this. So I think it's like the same preset, but with modulation effects when you're in like the blue. But obviously, I mean, when it's all calico, like, what was it, Jason's traveling jacket or whatever the hell it was, like that's what, when it's in that mode, I don't know how to...
Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dream.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Jason in the traveling coat jacket thing. Yeah, when it's in that mode, that's when you gotta get, because it's like, I guess purple mode looks like the same thing, but with like the kind of more out there effects that it's capable of doing in terms of like the glitch settings and yeah.
Okay, so this is just
Yes.
the presets. This is presets.
With, yeah, so when it's in red, presets are inspired by the sounds of old and classic gear.
So this is its own section of presets.
Yeah. And then when you go to blue, it'll be with modulation when it gets to there. What's happening now? Honestly, some of these lo-fi filters are like you could make an argument for this thing just for some of that.
Yeah, it sounds great. It does have tap tempo. Oh, we're a minute past.
That's fine. Oh wow, that's like straight echo. It's almost like a tape, yeah, like a tape echo, yeah. That's pretty cool.
There's a lot going on in here.
There is, I was gonna say, and it's kind of one of those things where I feel like you'd, like, yeah, you have all this on tap, but if you were to dial it in, you definitely want, you know, to set in with like a purpose, or else you could easily get pretty lost with this.
Oh, definitely. Every time I click the button, I'm surprised at the next sound that comes out of there.
Yeah. That's pretty great for that lo-fi kind of vintage haze kind of chorus.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. It does not loop. I mean, I don't think it does.
That's pretty interesting.
That's a solid vibrato.
That's a very solid vibrato, actually. Sounds like a very light chorus. Ooh, with a little bit of trem.
Then I changed it.
Okay. Honestly, this would be a great candidate for somebody that's like, I need all of these one-off sounds that I'm going to use, but I need them all in one thing.
I only have one spot on my board.
Yeah, like I need it
Yeah.
to cover all my weird one-off sounds, but I need to do it in one package. That definitely would be a very good candidate for that.
This is a wildly versatile pedal.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm actually very surprised because it does make like I was expecting like you'd have your preset and then you'd have your little like bonus thing, and I was expecting like maybe a I don't know 10-20% difference, but it's like each one is actually wildly different, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, and going through the presets and playing it earlier, I wasn't digging the sounds I was getting on my own, but these presets sound amazing.
Yeah. That's funny. I didn't notice the fake water stain.
Oh yeah, there's like coffee stains.
Yeah, there's like
on
coffee
the,
stains on the thing. Like that's pretty funny.
on the manual.
Oh yeah. Nope, can't really see it. But anyway,
Well, this is all part of Thursday Guitar Extravaganza.
yes, guitar prime time with yeah, extravaganza, Quanzumus. But yeah, we actually do this show. They're on right now, so I'm sure obviously if you guys are jumping ship, it's fine because we were late. But we do this with Texas Toast and Dylan Talks Tone. So usually we start most of the time around 4 to 5, and then they go. Texas Toast usually goes 5 to 6, and Dylan Talks Tone I think follows that at that 6 to 7 mark. I think they're doing a class this week, so I don't know what I actually don't know what their streaming scheduling is like, because sometimes it gets a little funky if they're in like the middle of a class. Because I know they're getting ready, coming up, they're getting ready to do their guitar build off, which is pretty fun. They do competition every year where the guys have to compete to do basically the best guitar they can do with a $400 budget.
This year, it's not a budget; it's
Oh,
a
no?
weight restriction.
Oh, weight restriction this year. Okay.
I think it's 99,
Because I thought they were doing like the $400 one again this year. No.
or it's like 9 pounds or something.
Oh, okay.
Or it has to be, or 6 pounds. It's a really like specific weight.
Honestly, what would be funny is like, because I've been surprised whenever we get a guitar that's under like the 6 pound mark. So it's like if they end up doing that, that would actually be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I
But-
think it's a weight restriction this year.
Okay.
So spend whatever you want, but has to fall into a really tight window weight wise.
Stinky. Yeah. Farting over there. We got Zig stinking it up. So I guess we will call it good. Those were his closing thoughts. I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, next week, hopefully we'll roll in a little bit earlier. We'll try to do another one of these. And I think that's pretty much it until next week. I don't think we really have anything else going on. So everybody stay safe out there and have fun. And I've been Dylan. This has been Jacob. And
We'll catch you on the flip side.
yeah, wake up, mouse.